Characterization. There are two types of characterization. The first type that we've been working with so far is direct characterization, and the second type is indirect characterization. So we use characterization to understand characters in a fiction text. So that is a made-up story. So when we characterize characters, we can find a few things. We can find character traits, which is how to describe who a character is. We can find character feelings, which is how they feel in a situation. We can find character change, which is how characters are different by the end of a story. And then lastly, we can find character motives, which is why a character decides to do something. Today, we're specifically going to be working on finding character traits and character feelings. So, my two types. Sometimes the author tells us character traits by just naming them. My example, Billy is sweet and kind, especially to his teammates. So we know that Billy is sweet and kind because the author tells us. It's just written right there in the text. This is direct characterization. Sometimes the author shows us character traits with hints. This is when we use steal. So the S in steal stands for speech, which is what the character says. The T stands for thoughts, which is what the character thinks. The E stands for effects on others. So this is how the character makes other people feel and think in the story. The A in steal stands for actions, which is what the character does. And then the L stands for looks, which is how the character looks. When we need to use steal, because we have hints instead of the author telling us, this is indirect characterization. So my steps for characterizing. Step number 1, read the text and the question. Step number 2, identify the characters in question. Step number 3, find the moment. Where in the moment does that character do something, say something, think something, or looks like something? Annotate for steal, so you're going to underline in the passage when that moment happens. You're going to use your schema, that background knowledge, to infer the character's trait or feeling. And then lastly, you're going to choose the best answer, the answer that best matches up with your schema.